You're staring at a problem that would take someone else 10 minutes to solve if they just asked. But you don't. You open a new tab, then another. You tell yourself, I'll figure it out. You rewrite the email 5 times because you don't want to look needy. You'd rather stay up until 2 a.m. than send one simple message. Can you help me? And when people say, just ask, it feels like they're speaking a different language. Because for them, asking is normal. For us, asking feels like handing someone a weapon. They call it pride, ego, stubbornness. But they don't see what's actually happening in your mind. You don't refuse help because you're broken. You refuse help because your brain is built to survive disappointment. And that's a psychological superpower. Here's the scientific part. Nobody explains. One reason is hypervigilance. Not the dramatic kind, the quiet kind. Hypervigilance is your brain scanning for risk tone changes, hesitation, hidden strings attached. It's like having a smoke alarm that's too sensitive. Other people smell a candle and relax. You smell a candle and think, what if this becomes a fire? So, when you consider asking for help, your brain doesn't just picture help. It simulates every possible cost. What if they judge me? What if they say no? What if they help and then use it against me later? What if I owe them forever? But here's where it gets interesting. This isn't overthinking. This is threat prediction. A skill your nervous system built because somewhere along the line, reliance didn't feel safe. And there's a second concept, self-reliance as identity. Psychologists call this protective self-sufficiency, when independence stops being a preference and becomes armor. You don't just do things alone. You feel like you have to. Because if you need someone, you're giving up control. And control is the one thing that keeps your mind quiet. Nobody talks about this part. Some people ask for help because they say, we expect support. You avoid asking because you expect a price. And honestly, that expectation didn't come from nowhere. Now, let's reframe this the way your brain actually deserves. Yes, refusing help can exhaust you. It can isolate you. It can make life harder than it needs to be. But the trait underneath it, that trait is powerful because it means you're highly responsible, deeply aware of social dynamics, allergic to manipulation, capable of handling pressure without collapsing. You don't just lean on people to feel better for a moment, yet you calculate outcomes. You protect your dignity. You protect your future self. Here's the crazy thing. The world needs people like you. People who don't outsource their life at the first sign of discomfort. People who can build, endure, and problem-solve in silence. But understand this, a superpower without control becomes a cage. So we don't fix your independence. We upgrade it. Instead of asking for help, start asking for clarity. Small, specific, low risk. Not, can you handle this for me? But can you sanity check this? Not, I'm struggling. But, what would you do first? You're not surrendering control. You're collecting data. And the right people. They won't make you pay for support. They'll prove you were safe to ask. All along. Here's the line. I want you to remember. You're not hard to help. You're hard to trick. If this felt like a sigh of relief, hit subscribe so we can keep figuring this out together. But if you think refusing to ask for help is wild, wait until you understand why you apologize even when you did nothing wrong. Because that's not politeness. It's a nervous system strategy. I break down that exact psychology in the video on your screen right now. Click it, and let's keep going.